to see, are aftermarket headers actually worth it?
Wait.
Oh, it broke off in there.
It sounds really good.
So grab some popcorn and a soda, because it's going to be a long one.
How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a mod on the 2017 Chevy Silverado.
Hello.
Here is what we got today.
Hola, niño.
A set of long tube headers by Dinovox. They actually sent these out to me and we're gonna test them out. I'll have the link in the description, but these are long tube headers. They're not the short ones that stop right here. They go all the way down. All of these runners are the equal length, and it comes with a Y pipe as well, which a lot of these companies that sell long tube headers, they don't come with a Y pipe. So this will delete the primary cats, and this will delete the secondary cat. So this truck is gonna have no cats whatsoever, which Tyler is super excited about because he's gonna have that awesome smell and emissions-friendly truck.
It's not gonna be street legal ever again.
But before we go ahead and install this, we're gonna do some before flybys and revs and hear what this thing sounds like. So first things first, we got the fender liners out. We got it jacked up right now, and we're gonna start taking off the stock Y pipe, which disconnects right there. I think we might actually have to disconnect this cross member that holds the transmission. If we do, that won't be a problem. We'll just put a jack underneath the transmission.
All right, so we got some. All right, so Ross told me to order a O2 sensor extension. Yeah. Ross told me to order one, so I ordered one. He didn't mention ordering two.
Need another one of those, which we don't have.
We'll make something happen. All right. Then Ross did say order two exhaust manifold gasket.
What kind of engine do you have?
Yeah. I got a V8.
So we got one exhaust manifold gasket. So
in my defense, I thought it said set from Rock Auto. And so I ordered it and I thought it said set one, so quantity one. Well, I didn't open it up
clearly
till today.
It says quantity one.
Yeah, I really thought it meant set.
Junk right there, not using none of that.
Yeah.
So anyways, we got some new stuff from O'Reilly's.
We got new exhaust manifold gaskets.
Yeah, new. They're from Felpro. They look like they're the composite material, but they're actually multi-layered steel. Just has this like blue stuff. And then the cashier recommended getting this ultra copper stuff and putting it around these little O-rings right here just to make sure it doesn't leak at all. Those are spark plug tube covers. I was just joking when I told Tyler to get red, and that's what he actually got.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna stand out. I thought they would look cooler in person. They don't. If you buy them, get black. May not be fast, but I'm gonna sure as heck look fast.
Now you may think from all the things we've done on this channel, from transmission removals to cold air intake installs, that we've installed some headers somewhere in between there. But actually, this will be a first time for both of us. But the first thing we need to do is disconnect the stock Y pipe.
Here's our weapon.
Yep.
Yeah. Firmly grasped. Keep pushing it on. There you go. All right, we got it loose. This one was a little difficult to get to. Now we got those disconnected. We got to get these O2 sensors disconnected.
One of the things I forgot to mention with our new headers is that there's only one O2 sensor bung for each bank. That means we're only going to be able to utilize the primary O2 sensors, also known as the pre-cat O2 sensors. These O2 sensors measure air-fuel ratio and they adjust timing and fueling to make your engine run better. As for the secondary or post-cat O2 sensors, all that these sensors do is measure the amount of unburnt fuel in the exhaust and let the engine computer know if the catalytic converters are bad or not. So yeah, we're not going to be using those anymore.
Oh! Holy shit, that's tight. I got it. I don't know how we got it that tight.
I don't know how we did either.
Alrighty, headers are disconnected from the Y pipe. We can somehow wiggle that whole Y pipe thing out without taking that cross member out. I'd be really surprised. It's like freaking welded on there. Got it?
Yep.
Oh. Alright.
Oh, hold on. It's off there, but it's like mashed in between those two.
Scary. It's gonna fall on my face.
It just needs to go over a little bit, but that might hold it.
At first glance, I was optimistic about removing the Y pipe without removing the front cross member, but unfortunately that was just not possible. We have to remove it.
We gotta go out in a sequence.
Huh?
So we gotta go in a sequence.
Oh, I'm gonna catch up, old man.
Oh yeah. They're not too tight.
Woo! Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. There we go. Oh shit.
There's your payment.
Yeah. All right, my job here is done. I'll see you later.
Anytime we've ever worked on this vehicle, no matter if it was for freaking rock lights or oil change, we're also like, hey, could take the cats out right now. Somehow here we are doing what he wants.
Now comes one of the most scariest parts of this entire install. Removing the exhaust manifolds. Now you might be thinking, just remove the 5 bolts on each side and it'll come right out. Well, not all things are rainbows and butterflies. These bolts are notorious for breaking off into the engine or even stripping. So to avoid being the one responsible for this is what I asked Tyler.
You wanna do it?
You do this.
That's what I thought.
I think actually I'm gonna start on the outsides and then go to the insides. All right, don't break. Really loose. That was really loose.
Interesting.
And on the first bolt, my worst nightmare came true.
Wait.
Fuck. It broke off in there.
That wasn't even from us, I don't think.
No. Shit, I hope they're not all like that. That's crazy. Maybe that was like already broken.
Yeah, there's no way you didn't put any force into that at all.
But we just had to keep moving.
I don't like it. Okay. That one sound promising. Good.
It's
and
like
no good. This is me and this is Tyler.
wow.
Wow, look at this one's stripped too. Look at that. You see that?
Yeah.
Huh, that's not good.
I think someone tried working on it before.
No, I think they just break. Okay.
Sounded good.
That was good.
And then we started to have some luck.
That one looks better. See, that one's not stripped at all. You see that one?
Yep.
Fuck. It's loose.
Seriously?
Uh-huh. Okay. This one's good. Yeah.
And some that I thought were broke just seemed to be loose.
Looks fine to me.
So it just wasn't tight? That's crazy.
Let's see how this one is. The ones in the middle are usually good.
And finally, out comes the last bolt on the passenger side exhaust manifold.
That one looks okay.
Now we can take the exhaust manifold out so we can throw it in the scrapper.
Here's what the inside of the exhaust valves look like. I didn't know how many valves per cylinder there are, but there's only one exhaust valve. This one's a little bit stripped. I might try to retap that one. But this one right here, it was completely loose. It was already broken off. So we're gonna have to either use the easy out or weld a nut to that and pull it out.
Now to get my mind off that broken bolt, I went ahead and jumped on the driver's side and tried to get its exhaust manifold out. Things seemed to be going smoothly, and I was making great progress, until I ran into one stubborn bolt.
And I'm working on the demon bolt. It's right up there, I got the wrench on it, and see if I can turn it. Oh shit, oh my God. That's hard to get, but I'll let you guys know if I get it or not. You can't really see, but let me give it a shot.
I'm here for more support. Time to lock in, son.
Gotta keep pushing though. Gotta get this one bolt that I'm turning like 1/30th of a turn every single time. All right, These should separate.
Keyword, should.
Oh shit.
Needless to say, we are struggling.
That bad boy right there is gonna get a weld on her. I tried doing an easy out and it's not coming out, so we're going straight to the welder.
Now, I've only seen this trick done a few times on YouTube, but without further ado.
What do you think, to weld your engine?
Yeah, I'm staying the way the fuck over here.
So now that I got the okay from Tyler, it's time to start welding on his $5,000 engine with my $100 welder.
Have these rated for welding?
Yep.
Got them from a gas station.
Now that Tyler has welding goggles, he can see what I'm doing. Except he doesn't really see that well anymore.
That's what she's looking like right there. Hopefully it pulls out nicely. First try. Hopefully it doesn't break.
Now typically, this never works the first try, but did I get lucky?
They're working?
Hey!
That's crazy. I don't really understand how that
You don't get it?
All right, walk me through how you did that.
So I'm not sure how this bolt broke off, but I think it broke off a long time ago. Broke off at a bad spot because there's a little bit of a gap here to where it met the cylinder head. I mean, that's like a 1/4 of an inch almost. It just weld in that hole to bring it out to where it was flush with the cylinder head. And then you just put a nut on the back of it and then just weld all up in here until you get it all in one piece, and then you can just turn it off. And the heat really helps too from the welder because it just loosens everything up.
Now that we got both exhaust manifolds out and the broken stud out, we see a potential flaw in this kit that definitely needs to be upgraded.
Like they're super light.
They look cheap to me, to be honest with you.
And it says 48. I'm guessing that's grade 4.8. Yeah, 4.8. That's a really low grade bolt. All right, guys, we're back. It got a little dark on us because we got something to eat and we got some more stuff like some bolts and miscellaneous stuff. But here is the old exhaust and the new exhaust all laid out. We actually got all new spark plug wires because you noticed a few of them were actually damaged. I think that was the culprit for this truck actually running a little bit rough because it was like kind of shaking a little bit. Here is our bolts that we got. So these are the old ones. I believe these are grade 8.8. They're not super heavy, and we actually got grade 10.9. So these are stainless steel. They're not gonna break, and they're just gonna be a lot better for this application. So here's the main difference between the new and the old headers when it comes to flow. As you can see, this cylinder right here has a long way to go out exhaust manifold, and this one has a very short. So it really kind of messes with the sound of this V8 because all these cylinders are firing at different rates. Right here, the runners are all equal length. Or at least they should be somewhat close. And they go into this collector down here. The runners are gonna be a little bit thicker. I'm not exactly sure on the diameter here, but in this stock manifold is cast steel. It's very, very heavy. It probably weighs twice as much as these long tubes do. These ones on the other hand are true 304 stainless steel. They're not magnetic or anything whatsoever. We tested it. And a lot of the kind of worry on these aftermarket headers is the flange thickness. These are very, very thick flanges, and they're also welded on the inside as well, not just on the outside. So this Y pipe right here, I believe the piping is 2.5 inches all the way to here, and then it goes into 3. So what we have here is it goes from the runners all the way to 3-inch piping, and everything is 3-inch piping all the way through. We're bypassing all 3 of these cats. They're pretty large cats, and we're replacing it just with a straight pipe and long tube headers. So it should be pretty loud. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, we got these things absolutely spotless. We actually Scotch-Brighted them and got all of the rough soot carbon that was all built up around these, and now they're perfectly smooth. So hopefully this doesn't leak whatsoever.
Finally, the time we've all been waiting for. Actually installing the long tube headers.
Easy.
Wow.
Let's go.
And to say the least, this passenger side fit like a glove.
Holy shit, that looks good.
That looks nuts. That looks nuts.
Hell yeah. All right, well that actually didn't take very long at all. It was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We watched a video of a guy that installed these, and he took out his whole differential and his drive shaft and
His sway bar.
his sway bar.
And he still couldn't get the fit.
And he still couldn't get it in from the bottom. He was trying to get it in from the bottom. All he ended up doing was taking off this steering shaft right here that we already loosened the bolt down there. And I actually loosened another one right there because this thing's like really hard to pull off for some reason. But once we get that out of the way, we should have room to just route it down like that.
And just as things started to run smoothly, we ran into our first major issue. One of the runners on the long tube was touching the frame rail, and not just by a little bit. In order to make these headers fit, we had to heat up the runner and hit it in quite a bit with a hammer in order to make it work. You can see we put a pretty big dent in it, and in order to make it look somewhat presentable, we repolished it. This is the part in the video where I actually stopped recording. Me and Tyler were flustered, and I really didn't want to promote a product on my YouTube channel that was defective or wasn't going to work. But after talking to some friends and family that have installed aftermarket headers, I decided to pick the camera back up. Aftermarket headers almost never fit perfectly. Even the most expensive header manufacturers need some kind of modification in order for them to fit. That is why I'm not going to blame Dinovox or say that this is a bad product, because this is just part of installing aftermarket headers. So if this is something that scares you, or you don't want to bang in your brand new headers in order for them to fit, then you're just going to have to get custom headers. From my understanding, it's just part of the process.
All right, guys, it's actually been quite a while since I last picked up the camera, but
we've been without food for a week.
What is it, almost 2 o'clock? But the hardest part, we got this header in, we just did it off camera because we were getting really tired, but the hardest part was getting this shaft off. And I don't know why, but it just, for whatever reason for us, we could not get it off right here. The only way that we could get it off was down here. And that bolt was just super difficult to get to. And even when we did get that off, it was just so frozen on there from it being rusty. We had to like pretty much chisel it off, and this just taking this part off here took us a good amount of time. Now that we got that off and we got the headers all in on both sides, I also got the spark plug wires right there. Tyler loves those little red stockings right there.
I thought they would look cooler in person, and they don't. If you buy them, get black.
Now that we have both headers installed, it's time to address our O2 sensors, which we installed the extension on the passenger side.
Secondary O2 sensors just chilling. The Y-pipe, which should be pretty simple.
Now it was finally time to install the Y-pipe. As far as fitment goes, it was pretty terrible. But it was getting late, so it was something we were going to address the next day.
That should slide down a little bit, doesn't it?
So now we'll deal with a few exhaust leaks just so we can hear this thing for tonight.
No, it's going to leak at the bottom because we didn't tighten everything. There's actually like 2 clamps that are not fully tightened, but it's getting late, so let's hear what she sounds like. Holy. Dude, that is loud as hell. Go from the back.
Oh my god.
Holy,
Smell it?
holy, dude, it is loud as hell.
That is so fucking loud.
Obnoxious.
What's all that?
It's all the stuff from our hands.
Is that what that
oils.
was?
Yeah, just new header stuff. I mean, it sounds good up front though. I can hear down low, I can hear the leak.
That says it didn't sound very loud right here.
Cold start is insane. Let's see if there's any check engine light yet.
Oh, I bet there is.
Surprisingly, no check engine light.
Are you kidding me?
No.
It sounds really good.
Holy shit, that sounds mean. I don't even know where we could rev it.
Nowhere around here. It's gonna be too. It sounds really good idling though.
Yeah, it sounds good. Let me give it just a little bit of rev.
Oh my god.
Just a little bit. What does that sound like?
Sounds pretty good.
Let me hear it. Yeah, okay. It sounds good.
That's like barely, not even 1,000 RPMs.
Yeah.
That's like baby taps.
It sounds good. It's not like super loud too when it's just like idling.
It sounds really good.
It sounds mean as hell though.
I love it when it's idling.
Sounds like it has a cam. The good thing is it's super quiet up here, means there's no leaks up here. Seems like it runs smoother too.
Well, you gotta remember we also replaced spark plugs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the spark plug wires were an issue.
I wasn't expecting that, dude.
That didn't appear to be that loud.
I didn't think it'd be that loud.
I could not stop smiling after you're driving.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it so loud?
It actually wasn't.
Really?
Yeah, like whenever I pulled up to you, I thought I was hearing yours, but it was actually my car.
Okay.
And then whenever you started going up hills and stuff, that's when I heard it. It sounds pretty fucking nasty.
It sounds f***ing mean when I'm going up hills. I
Yeah.
put those down, listen to it.
It almost sounds like it's like a diesel or something.
Yeah.
I don't know how, but do some revs really quick. I want to hear what it sounds like. Oh.
So
I mean,
ridiculous.
you can hear the exhaust leak a little bit, but once we fix that,
It should sound pretty good.
yeah.
After fixing the exhaust leaks and adding a small resonator so Tyler doesn't get pulled over every single day, this is what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
keep on it.
Got it?
Yeah.
And here's the new idle. So other than sound, are there any other benefits to installing these headers? Well, let me tell you what, there sure are. The throttle response has increased tremendously. The under load acceleration, and even just blimping the throttle at idle makes the RPMs want to jump up way higher than before. We weren't able to test the 0 to 60 times, but if I had to guess, we probably shaved about half a second off that time. And this is without a tune. I think this was something that Tyler and I both didn't expect. The scavenging effect from the long tube headers and replacing the converters with a free-flowing Y pipe made this thing an absolute torque monster. The performance gains are definitely there, and I can't imagine what it would be like with a custom tune. But is it actually worth it? And honestly, that's for you to decide. You can see by watching this video, this wasn't actually all that easy to install. It was actually one of the most difficult aftermarket parts I've ever installed. Something we expected to be a 3-hour job turned into a 12-hour job. And that is no exaggeration. If you guys are wanting your 5.3 or even 6.2 to stand out, I can't recommend these enough. Yes, it was difficult, but the sound in itself makes it worth it.
It sounds really good.
And the performance gains is just a bonus. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And with all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video.